welcome to VicteliB TV, where you're going to find the business around fitness. Today, we're going to have a chat with Phil. He's the owner of Rhino Fitness, a fitness facility in Wentzville, Missouri. We've known Phil for several years. When we first came together, we chatted with him a bit about one of our programs, and he's like, I just don't think that it's the right fit for us. And so as the years passed up, he heard the program, heard its successes, gave us a ring and said, I think I'll give that a try. So that's how we ended up meeting. And so Phil, I wanted to start by asking you our first question, which was, what was your motivator to bring in fee-based programming? What finally made you turn it around and say, okay, I'm just going to give this a shot?
Well, Lori, that's a great question. I'm glad you asked. It was something we could bring to the table as a successful business concept that would make us even more unique against our competitors. It just gave us that much more push to incorporate a market base that did not need a general gym membership. So those people that were gym phobes or felt like they needed to get in shape before they got into a gym or acquired a membership, or they just didn't like a gym type atmosphere, it gave them a chance to experience group fitness without the commitment.
That's awesome. And Phil, did you find non-members coming in experiencing your program?
Absolutely. I would say it was almost a 50-50 allocation. 50% of the BCCs were existing patrons with our internal marketing, which we kind of banked on to get it ramped up, and then a lot of our campers, almost up to 50% of our campers, were from our competition, our local competitors, or they were just competition set aside. They were willing to make the drive further than our traditional target market would. And that was great for us as a club owner to be able to build value in the rest of our brand by using BCC as a doorway to get them in.
That's awesome. And Phil, were any of those that joined BCC as non-members, were you able to convert any of them to members?
We have almost an 80%, maybe an 85% conversion rate. Once you get into our gym, it gives our staff to engage them on a customer service and to create that brand awareness to that prospect that had no idea they were even interested in our health club. They came for the BCC, they looked around, they saw a clean, fun and friendly environment, and then they realized who the instructors for BCC were and the complimentary relationship they had to the club. It did entice them to eventually acquire a general gym membership.
That's awesome. Well, I also got to say this. You have an amazing facility, and you have a very family-friendly atmosphere. So when you first started launching Boot Camp Challenge, what were some of the obstacles you encountered in the beginning?
The obstacles were just introducing it to the market. You had a gym population that was used to a $20 price point, and they felt that anything they had to pay in terms of fee-based program above and beyond should have been incorporated in the membership for free. Once we had maybe some prize raffles, or we just encouraged our strong followers to take a chance and invest in this program, seeing was believing at that point, and the program sold itself.
That's awesome. We hear that. That's so funny. Not funny, just truth. We hear from so many gym owners that their fear is that their members won't pay for it because they don't understand the added value. So what you're saying is that you used your current members, you provided opportunity around maybe raffling off a free camp, and once you got them in and they experienced the value that was added, that's all you had to do, and then they were doing the program.
Well, and let's be honest here. When you attract a market that's not the gym goer, BCC had a success coming into the club on its own, where we attracted any market around there, even piggybacking off your brand name, what you've done already on the news channels and whatnot, especially locally establishing BCC as a brand name.
Right.
It brought in people that would have never experienced our club before, and then everybody has a friend or a loved one that wants to join in.
Oh, that's awesome. So I'm so excited that you shared that obstacle, because like I said, a lot of gym owners say we're fearful, and so what you said is you were able to use a brand because it was a nationally recognized brand, so the brand drew people in. Right. So the next question that we have for you, Phil, is what would you consider your biggest success by bringing in fee-based programming?
My biggest success, I think, really is exactly what we talked about before. The reasons why I wanted to bring it in, that were theoretical. We brought it in, we implemented the program. I faced some challenges that most health club owners are going to face. Are they going to go for it? Why do I need it? Is it worth its money? Am I going to see my ROI on it? And those questions were quickly answered by the launch of our first camp in January. It took care of itself, on the financials on its first camp, still with a great margin. The instructors were happy, and then I got to build my snowball with the retention of BCC. The people that come back to it over and over and over again, you'll go through 6-7 camps out of the 8 camps a year, I believe.
Well, thank you for sharing that it can happen if you apply what you said. You took a person, your staff, very passionate about a branding program. You brought them together and you have the success. So I'm so glad that you shared that and that you found that.
You know, I will say this, if you don't mind me adding. One of the huge things of a club owner in our industry is the competing with the big box gyms and the budget club price points. My fitness facility will never carry a $10 price point or a $15 price point. I'm a $20 price point, and that's the floor. And the reason why I can get away from doing that is because of fee-based programs like BCC. Furthermore, I think it's interesting, and this is my own little fun fact with all this, is that I can pull from the guy that the customers are paying a $10 membership to across town. They can keep their $10 club maintenance fee or their $10 monthly draft and let them wear and tear on their fitness equipment.
Right.
I'm taking them and they're giving us $239 as a non-member for a 6-week program, and there's almost no wear and tear on any equipment. So it works out great.
Right. That's awesome. I love that.
My favorite part about the whole thing is that's how a small business owner in the fitness facility, the fitness industry, is going to survive and thrive and stay competitive.
Oh my gosh, and what you just said, that's what we're hearing too from all of
It's
the
awesome.
gym owners that we're talking about. It's a challenge. You really have to find your niche. If you're not, $129 a month price point luxury facility,
right,
and you're not a $9.99 price point, how do you differentiate yourself? So what you're doing is you are having your fitness facility just like the $9.99, but you're offering additional programming. You're able to take those members,
absolutely,
bring their revenue into your facility.
Absolutely. And for current members that take BCC, it's been wonderful for them because we credit you the month or 2 months dues while you're on the program.
Oh,
and
wow.
It's a tiered price point. The return's the same, and there's even more of an incentive for a member to want to pay extra and forego the traditional monthly dollar amounts because we're building a credit in the program.
Right.
It's great.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. With all the tools and resources provided to you by your fee-based solution, that's us, do you feel you could have financially created this on your own? Why or why not? Knowing what you know now.
I'm gonna have to say if I was to create a successful fee-based program on my own, continuity would be an issue. Keeping the brand fresh and consistent, at the same time would be an issue. Making sure things aren't going stale, not just from a logistical or program format, but just from the advertising and marketing.
Right.
And the fact that I'm a health club owner, and that's a great question because every gym owner is going to consider it. Well, is there a back door, a shortcut, or do I need these people? And the answer is yes. Unless you're going to stop everything you're doing and put the show on hold to thoroughly invest into the R&D and all the licensing and legalities and just the success that's going to come with a great program like BCC, it's going to push back your ROI to the point where no, it's not worth having on your own.
Right.
It's just not. I'm not telling you that there's anything I can't do or put my mind to and be successful with, but BCC was a no-brainer. It really was. I have no interest on trying to duplicate it, dilute it, consider something proprietary. It's just not. It's not in the scope of my fitness game plan.
Right.
So.
You know what I love that you said too, Phil, which I think is such truth. Being an owner of a company as well, is that's what you said. You're like, I own a business. I own a fitness facility. I'm not a programmer. And I love that because that's why you have such a successful facility because you put all of your time and your fruit and your effort into it. Right. So that was good.
Yep.
So, congratulations, you're expanding to Kansas City.
Thanks.
That's awesome.
And we have every interest in taking BCC with us.
Cool. Yeah. I'm excited about that.
Do.
Right, Phil, thank you so much. I so appreciate your time. I'm so excited for the success you found around Boot Camp Challenge and all the other fee-based programs that you're bringing into your facility. And just, again, as a personal, I love your facility. I love your employees. You got a good deal going on. You're awesome.
Thank you. It was an honor. Thank you very much.
And thank you for tuning in to VicteliB TV, where you're going to find the business around fitness. Hey, I have a couple items for you. First of all, like this video because me and Phil are awesome. 2, make sure you subscribe so you can get our tips every week. And lastly, if you want additional information about fee-based programming, head over to our website at VicteliB.com, click on information, and we'll connect with you. All right, Phil, everything we do, we always finish with a hoo-ah. It's kind of like the thing that we do. So will you say it with me?
Absolutely.
All right, I'll count us down. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hoo-ah! That was good.
That means me saying bye-bye. I was like, did I just say that?
All right, so Phil, hi and welcome to VicteliB TV, where you're gonna find the fitness around business. No, with Phil. And Phil owns Rhino Fitness, and we're not saying push. Feel blessed. Stop it. Stop it. No, you're awesome. No, you're awesome. No,